All right, welcome back. We have another video today. All right, this one shouldn't take too long. Um, Getting a hold of the source files was a bit of a difficulty to find. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over this real quick. I already did everything. I'm just going to go over what I did. Hopefully you can follow along. So over here in downloads, I had to get the latest, or not the latest, but the VC or the VS Studio 2013. No longer supported. I had to install both of these. 64 didn't work, but the x86 managed to go. I was getting an MS VCP 120.dll, not there, even though it was. But I ended up installing both of these, and that seemed to have fixed the issue. So okay, so I'll attempt to link that stuff down there. But anyway, um, you need this special version of Panda, or not that one. Sorry, the zip file of Panda. Now, Panda 3D, the 1.9.0, has some added features to it, and it must, absolutely must, be in the C drive, right there at the root. Just unpack it right here into the root of your C drive. All right. All right. So you're going to open it, and of course, this is going to take forever. You just right click and copy it, and then you just go to your C drive. You're going to right click and you're going to paste it. It's that simple. You can use 7-zip, whatever, to extract it. I'm just using the Windows built-in zip. That works just fine for what you need. All right, then we have a TTI source and a TTF source. You can mess with the TTI source if you want. I'm just going to do TTF because I know it works because I just did it. Everything's fine. So you're just going to open it up. Come on. And you're just going to copy that just like you did the other one, and you're going to put it wherever you want. All right, so where did I put it? Oh, I put it right here. I put it right here on the root of the C as well. So you go on in here, and then we have two folders. You don't need resources, but you do need the source master. So in the source master, you're going to go into Astron. And let's see here, into config. And in the cluster, if it's just going to come up as a YML, if you double click it, it'll come up and say, what do you want to use to open it with? You can just use Notepad. So just select Notepad to open it. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in the IP address of the computer you're currently on. In my case, I'm running on a server. So this I'm going to be doing remote instead of local. Either way, you're going to put in the name of the IP of the server. You might as well, once you type it in once, copy it, and then you can just highlight and paste. All right, so that should be it in here. Nope, there's another one down here. So what you can do is once you take like this address here, go to edit, go to replace, and then type in your IP address down here and hit replace all, and it'll just replace all of them. Don't mess with the ports. All right, then we have, what is this? The event logger. Yep, the event logger right here. It's going to be the same thing. Just pretty much open them all and check them. Not all of them. You don't need the clients. We're not using those. Production cluster. I don't know where that's at up in here. I don't know if the production cluster has one. Let's check. We can double check. I'll just double click because I have it set to open with this. Production cluster should be fine. I mean, it's using the local host because it is using this same machine. You can change it. It's not going to hurt, but it seemed to be working fine on my end. If you have issues, you can try changing it. But on my end, it seemed to work. I haven't even opened one of these client ones. Let me see what these are. I mean, these are clients. My client is not localhost, though. I'm using my client fellowship dev. I don't think we're using these, but I don't think we want to change those anyway. So you want to do cluster and event logger. I know I just opened that. Oh, that's right. We didn't have to do that one. That's right. Okay. So, so cluster and event logger, that's in the astron config. And in the 32, all right, you're going to do the same thing in these bat files. Not every single one. I don't think Start All has one, but you're going to right click on it. I got to edit Notepad right here because I already did it. But you can go to Show More Options, and then there's usually an option here that says Edit Notepad, and then it started putting it in the front. And again, wherever you see a different IP address than yours is where you're going to change it. And I think there's only 2 on this one. Yeah. You're going to do it. You don't want to double click it because it'll actually run it. This will be the same thing as that one. You don't need that one. Start all, no input. Nope. But the Astron, yep, you're going to have to edit that in Notepad. Oh, wait, no, you're not. Sorry about that. But again, like I said, you just open all these and you'll be able to figure out which ones. It doesn't take long. It's taken mine a little longer because it's a virtual machine. It just seems to suck. So anyway, so there you go. You got those. So you change all that stuff. Awesome. Let's see. Is that it? I think that's all I did. I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Let me check. I got a list to look at. Yeah, that was it. So you extract Panda. I keep wanting to say Panda Express. Put Panda in the root, and then go into wherever you put the TTFSource. And then you go into master. Let's see, is there anything in Windows 32? Yeah. Now this is if you want to start everything all at once. This actually starts the game. I'm sorry, we don't want to use this yet. If you're going to do this on your desktop PC and you're going to use the same PC that you want to run the game from, you can just do this: start server and client. Boom, you're done. You know, it'll do everything for you. In my case, I'm using a server, so I'm using remote. And if you use a different PC to run yours, you can go to Astron, Windows 32. So you can start your AI server. You can start the UberDog, and then you can start the Astron cluster. So the Astron's going to go do its stuff on its own. UberDog, we're just going to hit enter once or twice here, and it's going to start doing its thing. And then give your city a name, your district. Like Not So Evil. And then just hit enter here. Now it's creating the district and everything. Now, if you want to run a second district, you can run a second district. Just run an AI again. You can run AI again, and you can call it, all right, Not So Nice. And then you go 40, and then you change this digit 2, like that. And then there's 6 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you should have 2 districts running. All right. Now you want to take that same folder. I'm going to minimize this. Take the same TTF folder, zip it onto your other PC that you're using, src-master Windows 32, and in the source remote dbat, you're going to edit Notepad, and you're going to put the address or the IP right here of the PC that's running the game, running the actual server. So that's 120 for me. Double click it, run. If everything works out, you type in the username that you entered in the other one. Did we enter a username in here in the server? I don't think we had to do one in the server, but we'll just enter a username here. No password. We can see that it's running. I've turned the audio off already. You can see I've already created a dude. The one issue I ran into was you can do all this, was if I typed the name, it froze. But if you pick any of this stuff and you go, it works. And here we are. And the mouse doesn't move your character, and neither does WAS and D. It's the arrow keys, which is really weird to get used to again, because that's how I used to play. But anyway, here we are. We are up and running. So yay. Huh. I've never played. I didn't even know we could go into these buildings. That's cool. I don't know how to talk to these people. Can I talk to these people? Does it use keys? Cool. Now I can't move anywhere. Is it because I'm in the middle of a chat or something? I don't know. Anyway, it's up to you. Oh, stop. Okay, well, apparently I can't get out of it. Oh, there it is. So anyway, that's it. You have your options, stuff you can do. I don't know how to play. I don't know any of this other stuff. I don't know what works or what doesn't in the game. But give me a second here, and I'll show you how to give your character some privileges. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. All right, so now we're going to go back to the server here, wherever the server is. There it is. All right, so we want to go to Astron, databases, Astron DB. One of these is going to contain the user that you created. So we're just going to go to more apps. I'm going to use Notepad to open it. Yeah, see, like this is the last one I made, Professor Bonkers Poodle Smirk. And we're looking for an access level. I think it's up there near the top, though. See, I think this might be it. I'm not sure, because if it is, then you want to do 700, because that would give you the max privileges. Let's take a look at one of the others here. Little bouncy flipper nerd. That was the one I made as a test before I made this video. And that account has no name, has no access level either. But anyway, that's what you would do to give yourself admin type privileges, which I don't know what the commands are for that either. All this stuff you're gonna have to go look up. I'm going to set or to include the link to the Dropbox that this other guy has. He may or may not take those files down. If he does, he'll have to let me know. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, because I really don't feel like hosting this stuff myself. I really don't have places to host it because I've got a lot of other stuff going on. But anyway, yeah, enjoy. I mean, this is the client and the server all in one, so it's pretty simple. Have a good one. See you next time.